there everyone, it's Caroline and I'm here because mostly it is the new year. It's 2016 and my New Year's resolution was to make these YouTube videos. So I'm going at it. First day, day one of my New Year's resolution. In my other video I said that I would make life lesson videos and that is what I'm going to do today. This life lesson video is going to be about the time I took my SAT and how I got off to a really bad start. So, to start off, I had to take my SAT in a different state than my state. Why? Because all of the testing locations that were in my state, at least in my general vicinity area of my state, were all booked up, no more seats whatsoever. So that was great. So I had to drive from here to the next state over, which really isn't that far because we're really butt up against the next state over, but this was one of the farthest places that I have gone driving at that point in time in my life without another adult person there to help me out. So I did what every teenager does and used the GPS on my lovely tablet to get me there. So I get there all ready. I've got my bag with my snacks and I've got 2 bottles of Yoo-Hoo. I've got my 2 calculators just in case the one breaks, because knowing my luck that would happen. I've got like an entire handful of number 2 pencils because I will not break a pencil. But before I really do get out of my car, I think to myself, I should just leave my phone in my car. No temptation there at all. They're gonna not let me use my phone anyway. They're probably gonna have me turn it off anyway, so I'm gonna leave my phone in my car. So I do leave my phone in my car. And I get out and I close the door. And then I realize, oh crap, I left my lights on. Silly Caroline, I'll get into my car and I'll just turn my lights off. Yeah, I locked my keys in the car. So here I am standing here staring at my car. The lights are on, keys in the ignition, my cell phone in the front seat. Really great. Great, Caroline. Good job. So I see a woman who is most likely a teacher or at least a parent of someone, an adult figure, and I ask them for their cell phone so that I can call my mom and tell her, hey, Mom, I screwed up. So I do that, and I'm just telling myself the whole time, calm down. You're taking a test that's very important to your life. This is gonna make or break whether or not A, you have to take this stupid thing again, and B, if you get scholarships. So I'm just like trying to keep myself low stress. But I finished up calling my mom, hand the lady the phone back. Thank you so much, lady, you're so great. And she's telling me, calm down, it's okay, you're about to take your SAT, good luck. So I'm like, yeah, I can do this. And I get in there, and I'm sitting there waiting for registration to start. And I'm sitting at this table alone, and there are all these other tables packed in. And I just took a seat anywhere because I mean I didn't know anyone there. This was a different state. A whole bunch of people went to schools in that state and there was me not from there. And I happened to take a seat in between 3 tables that were composed of entirely Asians. Now, I don't mean Asian Americans, I mean flat out these people were sitting there speaking, I guess, Mandarin or Korean. I can't really distinguish Asian languages, but they were all sitting there speaking different languages, and I noticed most of them were looking at me speaking in different languages. And I'm sitting there alone just looking at them thinking, I wish I could speak their language so I can know what they're saying about me, because they probably definitely know that I don't speak their language at all either. Great. So after that I get registered and everything, and in my room that I'm located in, I happen to have a couple of people who actually go to my school. Hey, where were you when I was sitting there amongst the Asians? but they were mostly people from my school who I didn't really talk to or mainly associate with too much. It's not like they were people I had anything against. It's just I didn't talk to them generally. And one of these people was a guy who was in the drum line. And he starts talking to me and being nice to me and everything. And I appreciated the gesture. It made me definitely feel better. And on the breaks that we had, we hung out together. So we were hanging out together at one of the breaks. And the breaks for the SAT, if you didn't know, are 5 minutes. And they will shut the doors on you if you are late. Well, this guy looks at me and tells me, so I've noticed in the past couple breaks that we've had that the clock in the cafeteria where we're taking our breaks is 1 minute off. So if we leave exactly at something 05, we should get there just in time because these ones are off by 1 minute, but the classroom ones aren't. I believed him. Those clocks were dead on. We were late. Our proctor was standing out there staring down the hallway saying, come on, get in now before I have to close the door. Freaking out because we weren't in there and we wasted a minute of the rest of the classroom's time where they could have been taking this very important life test. That really put a damper on the next portion because I felt so rushed. And the next portion happened to be math. I suck at math so bad. So I was rushing through the math portion and just, I felt awful about it when I left the school. So we have to call a locksmith and he comes out and I kid you not, the way this man broke into my car was impressive, yet slightly concerning that it's that easy to get into someone's car. What he did was he took a piece of cardboard, a piece of plastic that was in the shape of a wedge, and another piece of cardboard, stuck it between the door and the frame, jammed it in there so that it made it open a little bit. Then he took a piece of plastic that was about that wide and that long and flipped it in half. Then stuck that in, got the two halves around the lock, and I have one that sticks up straight like that, and he got it in between that, pulled it tight, and yanked up, and there you go. We paid that man $100 to do that, by the way. I felt very ripped off, but bottom line, I did get into my car. Now, the question is, what lesson am I trying to get across to you guys through telling you the story of my awful failure of a day? The lesson I'm trying to get across from this video is slow down. Just slow down, especially when there's something important going on in your life. All you're doing by making yourself rush through things is adding a lot more stress than you need, especially when you have something big going on like your SAT or ACT or job interview or whatever it is. Just calm down, slow down, breathe, and think, and you'll be fine. And just to, as a little epilogue to the story, I actually did very good on that SAT. I was surprised in myself. I got a 17 something-ish in the 1700 range, which is slightly above average, and I am perfectly okay with that because that gets me the scholarship I wanted. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys gained from my experience of my awful day taking the SAT. And if you're taking the SAT and are nervous or anything and want some advice, not specific advice because that's cheating. I'm not cheating for you, I'm giving you advice on how to study. Actually, giving you advice on how to study would not be good considering I really didn't study, but there are awesome study books out there. Look for them. Again, thank you for watching and keep an eye out for another video next week. Bye!